Imagine this, you're sitting there staring at your to-do list, knowing exactly what you need to do, but you just can't seem to get started. Sound familiar? Here's the hard truth. Success doesn't come to those who wait for the perfect moment, the right mood, or a sudden burst of inspiration. It comes to those who force themselves to take action, especially when they don't feel like it. This isn't about motivation or waiting for the stars to align. It's about discipline, grit, and the willingness to push through discomfort. Think about it. Every great achievement in history was built on someone forcing themselves to act, even when it was hard, even when they wanted to quit. So if you're ready to stop waiting and start doing, if you're ready to break through your excuses and fears, then this is for you. Because here's the reality. Your dreams won't chase themselves. It's time to force yourself to take action, and this is how you do it. Forced action is about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's about pushing past your comfort zone, your excuses, and your fears. Most people wait for inspiration to strike. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect feeling. But here's the truth. That perfect moment doesn't exist. That perfect opportunity isn't coming. And that perfect feeling, it's a myth. Success doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It doesn't care about your mood. Success only cares about one thing, what you do. And that's where forced action comes in. Forced action is waking up at 5 a.m. to work on your goals, even your bed feels like the coziest place on earth. It's making those sales calls even when rejection feels personal. It's hitting the gym. Even when your body aches and your mind begs for a break, success isn't about doing what's easy, it's about doing what's necessary. And often, what's necessary isn't easy. It's why you have to force yourself. Now, some of you might be thinking, isn't it better to act when you feel inspired? And to that I say, inspiration is great, but it's unreliable. It comes and goes like the wind. You can't build a successful life on something as unpredictable as inspiration. Instead, you need discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's what drives you to take action consistently, no matter how you feel. Let me share a story with you. Years ago, I met a young man who dreamed of becoming a successful entrepreneur. He had ideas, passion, and big dreams, but there was one thing he didn't have: action. He was always waiting for the right moment, the right idea, or the right feeling. One day, I sat him down and said, the world doesn't reward dreamers. It rewards doers. I introduced him to the concept of forced action and challenged him to take one small step toward his goal every single day for 30 days. At first, he resisted. He had excuses, I'm not ready, the market isn't right, and so on. But I pushed him. I told him to force himself to act anyway. And you know what happened? Those small forced actions started to add up. One phone call led to a meeting. One meeting led to a partnership. And that partnership led to his first successful venture. The last time I saw him, he was running a multi-million-dollar company. And you know what he told me? He said, the day I started forcing myself to take action was the day my life changed. That's the power of forced action. It's the secret ingredient to success. It's what separates the doers from the dreamers, the successful from the wishful thinkers. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. Forcing yourself to act when you don't feel like it is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. But it's also one of the most rewarding. Every time you push yourself to take action, you're building a habit, strengthening your willpower, and proving to yourself that you can overcome challenges. And that, my friends, is invaluable. Here's the truth. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who act, those who force themselves to do what needs to be done, especially when they don't feel like it. Think about it. Every great achievement in history was the result of someone pushing themselves to take action. Thomas Edison didn't feel like failing 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb, but he forced himself to keep going. Martin Luther King Jr. didn't feel like facing violence and imprisonment, but he forced himself to stand up for what was right. These individuals didn't wait for inspiration or the perfect moment. They took action day after day, year after year. And that's what I'm challenging you to do today. Commit to forced action. Promise yourself that you'll do what needs to be done, even when, especially when, you don't feel like it. Start small. If you need to, force yourself to make one sales call today. Force yourself to write one page of your book. Force yourself to have that difficult conversation you've been avoiding. It won't be easy. Your mind will come up with excuses. It'll tell you to wait until tomorrow, that you're not ready, or that it's too hard. But I want you to ignore those voices. Force yourself to act anyway. Here's why. Action breeds motivation. The more you do, the more you'll want to do. The more you accomplish, the more you'll believe in yourself. Over time, forced action won't feel forced anymore. It'll become a habit, a part of who you are. You'll transform into a person of action, a doer, an achiever. Now, some of you might be thinking, but what if I fail? And to that I say, so what if you fail? Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of success. Every failure is a lesson. Every setback is an opportunity to grow stronger, learn more, and do better next time. The only real failure is the failure to act. The only true defeat is giving up. As long as you keep forcing yourself to take action, you're still in the game, you're still moving forward. And that's what life is all about, moving forward, growing, improving, and becoming the best version of yourself. You can't do that by standing still or waiting for the perfect moment. You can only do it through action, forced action. So I want you to make a decision right now. Commit to forced action. Promise yourself that from this day forward, you'll do what needs to be done no matter how you feel. Write it down, say it out loud, tell a friend, make it real, make it a part of who you are. Because here's the truth. Your life will never change until you change. Your circumstances will never improve until you improve, and you can't improve without action, forced action. Now, I know some of you are nodding your heads, you're feeling motivated, inspired, but let me tell you something. Motivation isn't enough. Inspiration isn't enough. You need to turn that motivation into action. You need to turn that inspiration into results. And that's where the real challenge begins. It's easy to feel motivated in a room full of people. It's easy to feel inspired while listening to a speech. But what happens when you leave this room? What happens when you return to your daily life with all its challenges and distractions? That's when you need to force yourself to act. That's when you need to remember this moment and the commitment you made to yourself. Success isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. It's not about what you do today or tomorrow. It's about what you do day after day, week after week, year after year. It's about forcing yourself to take action even when you don't see immediate results. It's about pushing forward even when the path gets tough. It's about persevering even when everyone else gives up. Because here's the thing. The people who succeed in life aren't necessarily the most talented, intelligent, or privileged. They're the ones who force themselves to take action consistently, persistently. They're the ones who get up early even when they want to sleep in. They're the ones who make one more sales call even after facing rejection all day. They're the ones who keep learning, growing, and pushing forward even when they feel like they've hit a wall. And that's what I want for you. I want you to be that person, the one who forces yourself to act no matter what. Because here's the truth. You have greatness within you. You have untapped potential. You have dreams waiting to be realized. But none of that matters if you don't take action. Your potential, your dreams, your greatness, all trapped inside you. And the only way to release them is through action, forced action. So I want you to imagine something for a moment. Fast forward 5 years from now. Picture yourself having spent those 5 years forcing yourself to take action every single day. Imagine pushing through every obstacle, overcoming every challenge, and facing every fear. Where would you be? What would you have accomplished? How would your life be different? The choice is yours. Will you wait or will you act? Hold on to that vision of your future, because that's what's possible if you commit to forced action. That's what awaits you if you're willing to do what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. But here's the catch. That future isn't guaranteed. It won't happen automatically, and it won't fall into your lap. You have to make it happen. You have to force it into existence through your actions. And that starts today. It starts now with the very next step you take after leaving this room. Will you force yourself to make that sales call you've been avoiding? Will you have that difficult conversation you've been putting off? Will you take the first step toward your dreams? The choice is yours. But remember, your future is shaped by the actions you take today, not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for inspiration or for everything to align perfectly. If you wait, you might be waiting forever. Instead, force yourself to act. Force yourself to move forward. Force yourself to make progress, no matter how small. Here's the beautiful thing about forced action. It builds momentum. Every action you take, no matter how small, creates energy and movement. And that momentum can carry you forward to bigger and better things. Think about a rocket ship. When it launches, it uses an enormous amount of fuel just to lift off the ground. It has to force its way through Earth's gravity, through the atmosphere, through the resistance. But once it breaks through and reaches space, it can glide effortlessly. Your journey to success is like that rocket ship. At first, it's going to take a lot of effort. You'll have to push through resistance and overcome the inertia of your current situation. But if you keep at it, if you force yourself to act day after day, you'll build momentum. You'll break through your limitations. And once you do, success will start to flow more easily. But it all starts with that first forced action. It all starts with doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. So I want you to make a commitment right now. Decide that from this moment forward, you're going to be a person of action. You're going to do what needs to be done no matter what. Write it down, say it out loud, make it real. I commit to forced action. I commit to doing what needs to be done, especially when I don't feel like it. I commit to moving forward, making progress, and achieving my goals no matter what obstacles I face. Now, some of you might be thinking, but what if I don't know what action to take? What if I'm not sure what to do next? Here's my answer. Just take any action. Any action. You can always adjust your course later, but you can't steer a parked car. So if you're unsure, do something, anything. Make a phone call, send an email, read a book, take a class. Take any step that moves you in the general direction of your goals. Because here's the truth. Clarity comes from action, not thought. The more you do, the clearer your path will become. The more you act, the more you'll learn what works and what doesn't. That's the beauty of forced action. It's not about being perfect or having all the answers. It's about moving forward, making progress, and learning as you go. Don't let uncertainty paralyze you. Don't let fear hold you back. Force yourself to act, even when you're not sure, especially when you're not sure. Because here's another truth. The people who succeed in life aren't the ones who have all the answers. They're the ones who are willing to act in the face of uncertainty. They're the ones who try, learn, and try again. And that's what I want for you. I want you to be a person of action, someone who forces themselves to move forward even when the path isn't clear. Your dreams are waiting for you. Your potential is waiting to be unleashed. Your best life is waiting to be lived, but it's all on the other side of action, forced action. So don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't make excuses. Force yourself to act today. Force yourself to act every day, because success isn't a single event or a destination. It's a habit. It's a way of life. It's forcing yourself to take action day after day, week after week, year after year. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's challenging. Yes, there will be days when you don't feel like it, but that's exactly why you need to force yourself. Success isn't about feeling good all the time. It's about doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. So make a promise to yourself right now. Promise that you'll force yourself to act every single day. Promise that you'll keep moving forward no matter what obstacles you face. Because here's the truth. You have everything you need to succeed. You have the potential, the ability, and the dreams. All you need now is action, forced action. Don't leave this room the same person you were when you walked in. Leave as a person of action. Leave as someone who's committed to doing what needs to be done. Leave as someone ready to turn their dreams into reality through the power of forced action. Because that's what this is all about. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about living up to your potential. It's about turning your dreams into reality. And it all starts with forced action. Doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. So go out there and take action. Force yourself if you have to. Push beyond your comfort zone. Do the things you've been putting off. Face the challenges you've been avoiding, because that's where growth happens. That's where success is born. That's where dreams become reality. And remember, every time you force yourself to act, you're building a habit. You're strengthening your willpower. You're proving to yourself that you can do hard things. Over time, those forced actions will become easier. They'll become second nature. They'll become a part of who you are. And before you know it, you won't have to force yourself anymore. Action will become your default mode. Success will become your natural state. But it all starts with that first forced action. It all starts with doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. So don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't make excuses. Force yourself to act today. Force yourself to act every day, because that's what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. That's what turns dreams into reality. That's what creates the life you've always wanted. Forced action. It's the key to everything you want in life. It's the secret to success. It's the path to your dreams. So go out there and force yourself to act. Do it today. Do it every day, and watch as your life transforms before your eyes. Remember, success isn't about what you know, what you plan, or what you dream. It's about what you do. It's about the actions you take. It's about forcing yourself to move forward even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it. Make that commitment to yourself right now. Commit to forced action. Commit to doing what needs to be done. Commit to becoming the person you've always wanted to be. Because you have greatness within you. You have unlimited potential. You have dreams waiting to be realized. And the only thing standing between you and those dreams is action, forced action. So go out there and make it happen. Force yourself to act. Force yourself to succeed. Force yourself to live the life you've always wanted, because you can do it. I believe in you. Now it's time for you to believe in yourself and take action, forced action. So what's it going to be? Will you keep waiting for the perfect moment, the right mood, or that magical burst of inspiration that may never come? Or will you force yourself to take action right here, right now? Remember, success isn't about feeling ready. It's about being willing to do what needs to be done, especially when it's hard. Every small step you take today builds momentum for the life you want tomorrow. The choice is yours, but here's the truth. Your dreams won't wait for you. They won't chase you. The only way to reach them is through action, forced action. So don't just sit there. Don't just watch this and move on. Make a decision. Commit to doing one thing today that moves you closer to your goals. Force yourself to act, because that's where the magic happens. That's where change begins, and that's where your future starts. Ready to take the first step? Let's go.